So good, so good, so good.
New fall arrivals are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Get ready to save big with up to 60% off Vince, Kurt Geiger London, and more.
How did I not know Rack has Adidas?
Because there's always something new.
Join the Nordy Club at Nordstrom Rack to unlock exclusive discounts on your favorite brands. Shop new arrivals first and more. Plus, get an extra 5% off every Rack purchase with a Nordstrom credit card. Great brands, great prices. That's why you Rack.
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. Start converting your B2B audience today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started today at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Optimal Living Daily. Find Your Freedom, How to Identify Your Invisible Scripts, Part 2 by Ramit Sethi of IWT.com. And I'm Justin Malik. Welcome to Optimal Living Daily, OLD, where I read articles to you with permission from the authors, but today being a continuation from yesterday, so I'd recommend listening to yesterday's episode first if you haven't heard it. But if you're all caught up, let's get right to Part 2 and continue optimizing your life. Find Your Freedom, How to Identify Your Invisible Scripts, Part 2 by Ramit Sethi of IWT.com. Invisible script number 3, I don't have a business idea. One of the best ways to increase your earning power is to start a side hustle. I've taught thousands of students how to successfully create a side income stream that brings in at least $1,000 per month and often much more. Still, one of the most common invisible scripts people fall into is, I don't have a business idea. Usually this psychological barrier comes in one of several varieties. I have no idea what skills I have that people would pay for. I have lots of great ideas, but I'm not sure how to even start turning them into money. Every idea that I think of has already been done somewhere else. I need something original. I start idea after idea, but I never follow through. What should I do to stick with one idea? If you've ever tried to start a side business, then ran into one of these traps, you're not alone. But how do you overcome them? Solution? Ask yourself the 3 questions. There are 3 questions you can ask yourself that will give you great ideas for side hustles once you answer them. They are, number 1, what knowledge have I acquired? Major in Spanish, great at woodworking, are you an accomplished guitarist? People will pay you money for you to teach them those skills too. Number 2, what do I do on a Saturday morning? This is a great question to see what you're passionate about. We all have things we love to do on Saturday mornings before everyone else is awake. Are you at the gym training, reading dating advice blogs, working on your car? These are all viable side hustles. And number 3, what challenges have I overcome? You can actually turn your most vulnerable and painful moments into a great freelancing gig. Did you struggle to lose weight for years before figuring out how to get in shape? Are you an introvert who's learned to overcome shyness to be more sociable? Find an answer to this question and you'll find a profitable idea. Try answering those questions and come up with 15 to 20 answers. Once you do, you'll have 15 to 20 side hustle ideas that you can start today. Invisible script number 4, I'll never get a raise or find a job in this economy. Ever since the 2008 housing crisis, it seems like the media is always telling us that we should feel lucky to have any job at all. And if you don't have one, well, you're SOL. Most of us accept this. We believe that companies don't have money to give us a job or a raise. We believe that even asking for something like that will have you laughed out of a manager's office. And many fall prey to this for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's easier. If we accept that there's a force out of our control, like the economy, dictating whether or not we get a raise or a job, we feel much less pressure to put in the effort of making more money. We cocoon ourselves in it, hoping that we'll somehow emerge on the other side as some kind of money-making butterfly when that's not the case. And number 2, it appeals to the lowest common denominator. The mass media produces fear for the lowest common denominator. I don't give a damn about them. I'm not writing this for people who are okay with their 3% cost of living raise and shuffle back to their cubicles, thankful they have a job at all. The truth is, there are a lot of companies that don't want you to know. Solution? Put yourself in the company's shoes. I've been on both sides of the negotiating table many times. I've negotiated my compensation as an employee and consultant, and I've had my staff negotiate against me. Let me share the biggest insight from having those two very different perspectives. $5,000 means less to a company than it means to you. Let's assume your current salary is $60,000. That means your company is paying around $100,000 fully loaded when they include taxes, health insurance, benefits, furniture, and everything else. And that's just for junior people. If your company employs 10 plus people, they're likely doing at least 7 figures in revenue, often many, many times that. $5,000 is nothing to a large, medium, or even small company. They do not want to lose you over a few $1,000s. That's pocket change to them. Companies spend an average of approximately $6,000 recruiting new college graduates. As you get more and more senior, that number increases. Factor in training and onboarding, and your company has already spent well over $10,000 just in hiring you. Keeping their business running is far more important than counting pennies to them, and for most companies, that's exactly what $5,000 or $10,000 is equivalent to. Invisible scripts prevent us from earning more. Do you see the invisible scripts that guide our lives? Here are some others. I should follow my passions. I should hook up with a lot of people before I settle down. I work hard, so I deserve this nice apartment. My kids should take care of themselves after they graduate from college. Each of these scripts is so deeply embedded in our culture that we don't realize they're there. They prevent us from doing the things we love and living our rich life. Frequently asked questions about how to identify invisible scripts. Number 1, how can we support others in recognizing and challenging their own invisible scripts? We can support others in recognizing and challenging their own invisible scripts by creating a safe and non-judgmental space for them to explore their beliefs and assumptions. We can encourage them to question their thoughts and challenge their limiting beliefs. We can also share our own experiences with identifying and challenging invisible scripts and offer resources and tools that have been helpful to us. And number 2, are there any tools or techniques for identifying and overcoming invisible scripts? Yes, there are several tools and techniques for identifying and overcoming invisible scripts, such as journaling, mindfulness practices, therapy, and coaching. By cultivating self-awareness, questioning our thoughts, and challenging our beliefs, we can begin to recognize and shift our unconscious patterns of behavior. It can also be helpful to seek support from others who can provide a fresh perspective and offer guidance on the path to personal growth and transformation. The bottom line. Invisible scripts can be powerful forces in our lives, shaping our beliefs, actions, and experiences. While some of these scripts can be helpful and positive, others may be limiting us and preventing us from achieving our goals. Becoming aware of our invisible scripts and learning to challenge them is a crucial step in personal growth and transformation. By questioning our assumptions and beliefs, we can open up new possibilities, discover our true potential, and create the life we want. So take a closer look at the invisible scripts that are controlling your life, challenge them, and start living on your terms. The possibilities are endless. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled, Find Your Freedom, How to Identify Your Invisible Scripts by Ramit Sethi of IWT.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary.
The Jack Welch Management Institute at Strayer University helps you go from, I know the way, to I've arrived with our top 10 ranked online MBA. Gain skills you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Get ready to go from make it happen to made it happen and keep striving. Visit strayer.edu/Jack Welch MBA to learn more. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
Abercrombie denim is everything right now. Denim should feel like this. Confident, easy, like your butt has never looked better. If you didn't know, Abercrombie's Curve Love denim went viral in 2019 for eliminating waist gap, and it's still a game changer. Between that and their classic fits with a straighter line from waist to hip, the perfect denim does exist. Shop Abercrombie Denim in the app, online, and in store.
Thank you again to Ramit. So yesterday we were talking about becoming aware of these unwritten rules. And there were two more big ones in this second half of the article. I can't get a raise in this economy, and I don't have a business idea. And I thought those were some great questions for the business idea one. As an entrepreneur myself, I can't resist mentioning it. Even if you have absolutely no interest in starting a business, I still think it's a great exercise, especially the third question. What challenges have I overcome? Because we've all overcome some challenges. And while they might feel quote unquote normal or not a big deal, the truth is those challenges are unique to you, and your experience overcoming them might truly help someone else. The person who's gone through a difficult financial situation has some kind of unique expertise that could likely help someone else going through something similar. Same thing for someone else who dealt with maybe anxiety for years or bullying. The list goes on. Previous pain points could become a purpose in life, even if it's not a money-making thing. So good things to think about. Thank you for being here and thinking about these things with me. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.